Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. I was going to give you a little update on where the water security is out here now. So, for those who haven't watched any of the videos in the past, let me explain how I'm planning on achieving water security. So, behind me is the pond. That's the main water catchment for the property. There's a 30-foot bed of gravel that the water from the pond filters into this well that's 21 feet deep. I'll also have the option, once I build it, there's going to be a large underground tank. It'll be 10 foot wide, 30 foot long, and 11 foot deep. So I'll have the option to fill with the well water that tank, which will give me a pretty good reservoir, of water to pull from if need be. I estimate I'll be able to make it 2 years without rain at that point. So that's the big thing. The biggest thing I've done as far as completion wise on water security is this well, though. It took me almost 2 years, working on it a little at a time each trip that it came out when I had time to work on it. The next thing I'm working on as far as water security is getting the road up to the top where I can put the water tanks that this well water will get pumped into. There will be two 600-gallon tanks at the top there, which will act like a water tower. So I also ran the underground for half of the downspouts. That'll be the water catchment off the roof on the building. Once I build that other building, I'll have close to 2,000 square foot of roofing, which should be about 1,200 gallons per inch of rain is what it'll accumulate. A little over that, but that's ballpark figures. And that'll dump into that large tank that's underground as well. It'll just have an overflow. Once it's full, it just dumps out into the pond. But I was looking into buying tanks, but they're so expensive, the poly tanks or the fiberglass tanks, that I'll just make it myself. Kind of like the well, it'll take me some time, but I'll get it done, and once it's done, it's done. But that's the next project, is get that road up there to the top and build that stone dome building. I'm thinking probably 14 feet diameter will be large enough to house those two tanks up there. I'll have all the piping that runs up the road. I need to do the road so I can get the material up there, and also need the road so I can run the piping up there. So after that's done, I'll drop back to working on this tank built, which is going to take some time. That's a lot of concrete to mix with a little putt-putt mixer. And I'll run the rest of the gutters and the rest of the underground to tie into that tank. And I'll be looking real good on water security. I already look pretty good on water security just with the amount of pond. The road work and the pond go hand in hand, because I need a place to get rid of the material that I'm digging out for the pond. So that they work together. Anyway, that's about enough rambling for water security update. We'll talk to you all in the next one.